back to my channel. I'm coming back to you with another holiday Thanksgiving sweet, and looking at these ingredients right here. I'm gonna name them all for you. I have some ice water, some salt, flour, shortening, some sugar, Granny Smith apples, some cornstarch, and some cinnamon here. Maybe looking at all these ingredients, you can guess what I'm about to make. Comment down below and tell me what your guesses are. I would really appreciate it. Before I say it, I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. Okay guys, so I am going to be making homemade apple pies. And this is everything that you're gonna need, and of course a pie pan. If you choose not to make the crust yourself, you can always buy it in the store, and then probably get like that Pillsbury brand of pie crust and put it on top and then bake it off. Either way, you know, you made it from the heart. But let's get into this video. Hey guys, so I completely forgot to mention butter because it was in the freezer. You want your butter to be very cold, so I suggest you put it in the freezer. You do not want soft butter at all for your pie crust if you're making it yourself. So right here in this bowl, I have my flour and salt measured out. You will obviously not have as much. I have to make a bunch of pies, but you just follow the ingredients that is on the screen, the measurements is on the screen. It's still the same process though. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay guys, so I have my 2 pie pans here, and I sprayed them with some baking spray. I have a rolling pin, my first dough, some extra flour, and my other dough for my second pie pan here. I am going to be doing the lattice method to cover my pie pan. So if you're interested in learning that, just keep watching for that part. Sorry about my hand, guys. Obviously this is gonna fit, but you want it to be about a quarter, no bigger than a quarter of an inch thick. And using a knife or some type of sharp tool, you're just gonna cut the excess off. That back to a ball. And that's what my pie crust is looking like so far. That's what my pie is looking like. Hey guys, I'm back to finish off my apple pies. I already have all my crust done. You're going to need a pot for this and like another little bowl. So in this pot here, I have my 2/3 of my water that is needed, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, sugar, and I am going to add my apples into this pot and bring it to a boil. And in here I have the rest of my water and cornstarch. All the ingredients and the measurements will be listed on the screen, so just follow along with that. I did stir the mixture that's in here together, and now I'm just gonna start cutting up my apples to put that into my pot as well. You want to also stir the cornstarch and water together. You don't want any lumps. And stir it really well. Make sure you scrape the sides and everything, so because the cornstarch will stick to the sides as well. And now I'm just going to start my apples. So guys, as you can see here, I do have a red apple. This is actually a Macintosh apple. I am going to be also using mostly Granny Smith apples, but I'm going to throw in one of these to give it a little bit of a sweetness. If you choose to do this, just make sure you use apples that do not break down easily. Honey Crisps are also really good red apples to use for this, if you don't want to use green apples. Or you can do like me and do like a little bit of a mixture if you want both. Unfortunately, guys, you will need a scale for this. But a scale is worth it, so you get the right measurements of stuff. Okay, so now that I've cut up well, I haven't cut up all my apples yet, but I'm about to slice them. I got what I needed. Make sure you scale after you peel and core them, because obviously you can't use that part. So you want thin slices, but not paper thin. And now they're all going into the pot. My oven is set to 350 degrees. Okay guys, so I just sliced up all of my apples. They're all in this pot, and now I'm just going to stir this really well to coat my apples in the cinnamon mixture, spice mixture I have going on in here. And then it's going to go onto the stove, and you want to bring it to a boil. And while that's going on, I'm going to make my, well, it's already made. I'm going to roll out my pie crust. That's what that's looking like. I don't want to tip it too far because there is water in here. I'm going to put this on the stove to boil. I have my slurry here. If you let it sit, the cornstarch will separate from the water and it'll sink back down to the bottom. So be sure to just make sure before you add it to your pot, it's fully stirred. You just want to stir it back up and make sure there's no lumps or anything in there. Okay guys, so as you can see, my apple mixture is boiling. So now I'm going to go on with my cornstarch mixture and slowly pour that into my other mixture. Throw that in there. And I'm going to stir this. And stir it really well. already getting thick, but you want to boil it until it is thick and translucent. Again, I have my oven set to 350 degrees. My crust shells are already done, and I'm just waiting for this to be done to fill my pies, and then I can start on the tops. Okay guys, so this is what my filling is looking like. I just turned off the heat underneath it, but this is what you want it to look like: thick, translucent. And now I'm about to fill my pie shells. Okay, so when you're filling this, do not worry if it's too high. If you're, the apples will cook down. So don't worry about piling it on there. The last of my apples. Now I'm going to cover them. Put this to the side. My leftover dough from when I cut off the excess with the bottoms. That's rolled out using my knife. If you choose to do this method, you can cut your strips as thin or as thick as you want. My pie here, I'm just gonna pick up strips and lay it across. You want to make sure the you have edges hanging over. Now I'm going to flip over one side at half. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm gonna flip over 3 of them at half. half and then put it this way and flip the ones that are over. Use this smaller piece right on this edge here. Okay, so I got one side done. So I just wanted to show you this is what my pie is looking like before I trim off the excess after I do the lattice. Going back in with my knife again, I'm just going to cut off the parts that I don't need. That to the side. And then I'm just gonna press down to seal it. This one. All the way around, pressing down. My pie. Now I'm just going to egg wash it. Gently egg wash, and if you have some coarse sugar, you can sprinkle that on top if you like. And I'm going to put this in the oven. Again, my oven is at 350 degrees, and I'm going to start the baking time. I'm going to check it at like 30 minutes, but it's probably going to take 45 minutes to an hour because of the crust. But yeah, I will show you it after it's done baking. Okay guys, so this is my apple pie when it's fresh out of the oven. As you can see, I cooked it until it was golden brown. It took about an hour to bake. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I do hope you try out this recipe for your family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.